in the heart of a forgotten city, where shadows seem to have a life of their own and the whispers of the wind tell tales of times past, stands an abandoned hotel. Known as the Spectral Hotel, this place has been the epicenter of urban legends and horror stories that have kept locals away from its weathered walls for decades. However, for a paranormal investigator named Carlos, this hotel represents a unique opportunity to unravel the mysteries hidden behind its closed doors. Carlos, a middle-aged man with an insatiable passion for the unknown, has dedicated his life to exploring abandoned places and documenting paranormal phenomena. Armed with his camera, an audio recorder, and a flashlight, he ventures into the Spectral Hotel on a full moon night, determined to discover the truth concealed within its walls. As he walks through the dark, dusty hallways, he feels an unsettling presence that seems to follow him with every step. The doors creak open, revealing empty rooms filled with echoes of the past. But there is one room in particular that catches his attention: Room 237. Room 237 does not appear on the hotel's original blueprints, and its existence is a mystery even to the former employees who worked there. Intrigued by this enigma, Carlos decides to investigate further. As he opens the door, a chill runs down his spine. The room seems suspended in time, with antique furniture and a heavy atmosphere that envelopes him like an invisible fog. As he explores the interior, he notices that time and space appear to warp. The clocks on the walls show different hours, and the shadows move erratically, as if they have a life of their own. Suddenly, Carlos hears a whisper coming from a corner of the room. He approaches cautiously, feeling his heart pounding in his chest. As he shines his flashlight on the corner, he discovers an old journal hidden under a layer of dust. With trembling hands, he opens it and begins to read. The pages are filled with notes and drawings that seem to describe paranormal experiments conducted in the room. According to the journal, Room 237 was used by a scientist obsessed with time and space, who performed experiments that altered reality itself. As Carlos continues reading, he feels an increasingly intense presence around him. The shadows grow darker, and the air fills with an icy cold. Suddenly, the lights begin to flicker, and a spectral figure appears before him. It is the spirit of the scientist, trapped in the room by his own experiments. The spirit reveals to Carlos that Room 237 is a portal to other dimensions, a place where time and space intertwine chaotically. He warns Carlos that he must leave the room before it's too late, or he will be trapped forever in that eternal limbo. Carlos, terrified but determined to escape, begins to slowly back away towards the door. However, the room seems to have other plans. The walls start to move, and the floor beneath his feet becomes unstable. He feels as if he is being pulled into an endless abyss. With a final effort, he manages to reach the door and exit the room, slamming it shut behind him. As he leaves the Spectral Hotel, Carlos realizes that much more time has passed than he thought. Dawn is already breaking on the horizon, and the hotel looks even more sinister in the faint light of dawn. With the journal in his hands and an experience he will never forget, Carlos walks away from the hotel, vowing never to return. But he knows that Room 237 and its secrets will continue to wait, trapped in an eternal temporal loop. However, the story of Room 237 does not end there. Days turn into weeks, and Carlos finds himself unable to shake off the chilling experience. The journal he found becomes his obsession, and he spends countless hours poring over its pages, trying to decipher the cryptic notes and drawings. The more he reads, the more he becomes convinced that the experiments conducted in Room 237 were not just the delusions of a mad scientist, but a genuine attempt to manipulate the fabric of reality. One evening, as Carlos sits in his dimly lit study, surrounded by piles of books and notes, he stumbles upon a hidden compartment in the journal. Inside, he finds a small, intricately designed key. The key bears an inscription that matches the symbols he has seen in his dreams that have been haunting him since his encounter in Room 237. With a sense of both dread and excitement, Carlos realizes that the key might unlock more secrets hidden within the Spectral Hotel. Driven by a mix of curiosity and fear, Carlos decides to return to the hotel. This time, he is more prepared, armed not just with his equipment, but also with the knowledge he has gained from the journal. As he steps back into the familiar yet eerie hallways, he feels a strange sense of déjà vu. The hotel seems to welcome him back, its shadows dancing in anticipation. Carlos makes his way to room 237, the key clutched tightly in his hand. As he stands before the door, he takes a deep breath and turns the key in the lock. The door creaks open, revealing the room just as he left it, suspended in time, filled with an otherworldly presence. But this time, Carlos knows what to look for. He scans the room, his eyes landing on a small, hidden panel in the wall. Using the key, he unlocks the panel, revealing a narrow passageway leading into darkness. With his flashlight guiding the way, Carlos ventures into the passageway. The air grows colder, and the walls seem to close in around him. He can hear faint whispers and distant echoes, as if the very fabric of reality is whispering secrets to him. As he continues, he comes across a series of symbols etched into the walls, symbols that match those in the journal. Each symbol seems to represent a different dimension, a different reality. Finally, Carlos reaches the end of the passageway, where he finds a large, ornate door. The door is adorned with more symbols, and in its center is a keyhole that matches the key he holds. With a trembling hand, he inserts the key and turns it. The door swings open, revealing a vast, otherworldly chamber filled with swirling mists and flickering lights. In the center of the chamber stands a figure, the spirit of the scientist, but this time, he appears more solid, more real. The scientist turns to Carlos, his eyes filled with a mix of sadness and relief. "You have found the key," he says, his voice echoing through the chamber. "You have unlocked the path to other realities. But be warned, for the power to manipulate time and space comes with a great responsibility. Use it wisely, or risk being trapped forever in the eternal limbo." Carlos, overwhelmed by the revelation, asks the scientist why he conducted these experiments. The scientist explains that he was driven by a desire to understand the mysteries of the universe, to explore the boundaries of reality itself. But his obsession led him down a dark path, and he became trapped in his own experiments, unable to escape the eternal loop he had created. The scientist then offers Carlos a choice. He can take the key and use it to explore other dimensions, or he can leave it behind and walk away from the mysteries of room 237 forever. Carlos, torn between his curiosity and his fear, takes a moment to consider his options. He thinks of the countless nights he has spent poring over the journal, of the dreams that have haunted him, and of the unknown that lies beyond the door. In the end, Carlos decides to leave the key behind. He understands that the power to manipulate reality is too great a burden to bear, and he does not want to risk becoming trapped like the scientist. With a heavy heart, he turns away from the chamber and makes his way back through the passageway, leaving the key and the secrets of room 237 behind. As he exits the spectral hotel for the last time, Carlos feels a sense of closure. He knows that he has uncovered a mystery that will forever change his understanding of the world, but he also knows that some secrets are best left undisturbed. With the journal tucked safely in his bag, he walks away from the hotel, ready to face the unknown with a newfound respect for the mysteries of the universe. And so, dear friends, concludes this chilling tale of room 237. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment telling us what you thought. Your support is crucial in helping us bring you more tales of terror and mystery. Until the next adventure in the world of the unknown, stay curious, stay brave, and always keep an eye on the shadows.